Legacy and tradition are woven deep into Southeast Ohio football. One of the cathedrals that most echoes these tried and true values is Alumni Stadium at Jackson, where the Ironmen are consistently one of the most feared teams in the 7-4-0. Head coach Andy Hall is entering year 17 at the helm, and he has his Ironmen ready to attack another high-level schedule in 2025, which includes threats with championship pedigree.
You know, I said 2 teams that beat us last year won state titles. And so that tells you right there the quality of talent that there is out there. But the kids are excited about that. It gives you something working in the summertime, in the winter months. You know those games are coming early on. So it helps motivate those kids in the 2-a-day practices. And then at the end of the day, it gets you ready to hopefully make a playoff run at the end.
The high-level competition breeds high-level talent, and Jackson has that and then some. Their 2 seniors leading the way offensively are quarterback Bohdi Wolford and wide receiver Ryan Seimetz, who are relishing the challenges of playing some of the best teams in the state.
I think it's good for us, getting us ready for the back end of the season. You don't really want to play necessarily bad teams at your non-conference schedule because that doesn't really help you. So, getting those good games in helps us in the long run, I feel like.
Coach Hall is ready to weaponize these 2 to unleash the full potential of the Jackson offense.
Well, I tell you, 3-year starter with Bohdi at quarterback, he's the leader of the offense, and, he's gotten so much better each and every year with his accuracy and understanding where to go with football. Seimetz broke every receiving record that we have here in Jackson last year. Now, his role may change a little bit. He's going to be playing some more running back, so he'll be doing both. But those guys are special. They're good athletes. They're great on the basketball floor. They're great on the baseball diamond. They just know how to win games.
Wolford and Seimetz are now second-year captains and established leaders, and they're ready to not only achieve their own goals, but to help bring forth the next generation of Ironmen.
Leading others, we got a lot of young guys in this team who got to play. They've got to step up, and I think we got to help them get to that point.
Teaching the younger guys so they're able to step up in the roles that we need them to.
Jackson is also moving regions this year, from the Southeast-focused Region 11 to the more Cincinnati-Dayton area-focused Region 12.
Both regions are incredibly tough, but we have 4 teams in our conference, 4 teams on our schedule that are in our region. So there's a chance, a little less than half of a chance, we could be playing those teams again, which I think would be neat. But then also the travel. Instead of going to Steubenville, Dover, New Philly, which is almost 4-hour drives, we have Tippecanoe, which is a pretty nice little haul. But everything else is in the Cincinnati-Dayton region, which is pretty close.
The Ironmen have lofty goals, but they're prepared to put in the work to achieve them.
Well, like I said, the first goal is always win the conference. But I think when you look at the non-league, that Ironton game has been, been a tough one the last few years. Tough losses right down the, the end of the game. Last year they got us pretty good. We got to get that thing turned around.
Definitely a little playoff run. We've been here. We've played the past 2 years. Been starters on this team, and we really haven't made a deep run in the playoffs. And I think that's something we really want to build on. Obviously, we're still going to try to win the FAC. We're gonna try to win 1 game at a time, but just really build on a playoff run. This is our last year. We're gonna give it everything we've got.
For Football Friday kickoff.
And on 3, 1, 2, 3.
I'm Ethan Sargent.